YouTube Hunters, Brad Goodspeed here. I couldn't leave well enough alone with this guy, so I ended up adding some hair and doing some more airbrushing on him. And then I deadened up his eyes somewhat by sort of painting them a little bit and then adding some latex around there to look like sort of crust. So that's him. I guess I'm pretty much done. I'm just right now waiting for the latex to dry up on his hair, and then I'll just probably airbrush in there or maybe use some leather dye to make this hair, especially up here, blend a little and to make the hair look a little nastier and naughtier. K-N-O-T, ear. Not like, naughty. So that's it. And then very finally, I just wanted to quickly show you my floor plan that my good friend Justin from Hauntcore Productions made up for me. He's a, I guess you'd call it an architectural draftsman or something like that. So I made up a plan in SketchUp of the way I wanted. This 10 by 20 section here represents my tent. I made a video earlier in the year about what I wanted to do with that structure-wise, but Justin actually made up actual plans to build 4-foot and then 2-foot wall panel sections for me, which fit my needs exactly. So people come in the front of the tent, work their way around here. We're going to do, my brother had a great idea. By the way, my brother, I haven't introduced any of you to, and I'm waiting to do that when he has his zombie comic that he's producing. I'm going to share that with all of you once it's ready to share. But anyways, he came up with an idea to have a dog cage scare here. So what I'm going to do is I found this shiatsu massager at a garage sale the other day, and I'm going to hook that up on a controller. I don't know if it'll be manually triggered or touchpad, and so have the cage, there'll be 2 cages stacked on top of each other, and all of that stacked on top of either a piece of wood or a heavy wooden box. And they'll be covered loosely in some kind of fabric and with some sort of light in it. And when people come up, I'm going to produce a soundtrack of like a dying kind of feral animal that's like shaking to get out of the cage. They won't be able to see anything, but hopefully that'll be a good scare. They'll come in here. I'm going to have an elevated table here where Timmy is going to be here with a light on him, so they'll walk by and see that. They'll come around. My grandfather clock's going to be there. They'll come around here. Here I'm going to have a pegboard with all like antique rusted tools and knives and things like that. These are all real things that I don't want the audience to be able to get to. So I'll have an actor hiding here, and I'm going to have hanging in this space all kinds of my fake knives and chains and things like that. So the actor will be hidden and be able to trigger a light to turn on and come out and scare them. Then people will come through here and into this hallway where I'm going to decorate on either side. This structure will be tied to this structure with cross support beams on the top. They'll come around here. I'm going to have a table here, a dining room table, a very thin one. I'm going to have to make it custom with a bunch of my props and collectibles on there. And then there's going to be a plexiglass window in here, and I'll have a pneumatic jumper behind that to scare people. And then, but my theory, just for my theory, because I use actors as my primary scares, props are a distraction from the real scare. So I'm going to pop them up here, and then someone will actually emerge from a curtain here once they think that scare is over. And then they'll proceed from here into the garage, which is a whole separate thing, which I don't have any plans drawn up for, and I won't be revealing right away. So anyways, that's just a brief update on how things are going, and happy haunting to all of you.